Welcome back. You with FBC Sports. The selection of our male swimmer to the Olympics seems to have stirred mixed feelings from the swimming community and the public. Akusita Tali has the details.
Causing ripples? Well, swimmers sure are not in the pool, but out of it. This after Fasanok's appeal committee gave the nod to Paul Eliza ahead of Douglas Miller for the London Olympics. The question on everybody's mind is how and why did Swimming Fiji's original nominee get the chop?
Fasanok does not get involved in hearing of any appeal, and I gave you the reasons, because we are all involved and it could be stated that we are biased. So that's why an independent appeals tribunal is appointed to do our work, do the work of the executive body to determine the appeal. So it's an independent appeals committee that does the work for us.
One of the pioneers of Fiji swimming, who is also Miller's dad, is now crying foul.
Till Monday. I've deliberately tried to stay out of it and leave this to be a Fiji swimming Fasanok thing. But when Douglas was kicked off the team, as a parent, I had to go in. It's a mess. So the issue of the international body inviting swimmers from Fiji was put to one side. And we have a Fiji selection criteria to back up the international thing.
This battle could continue on dry surface until such time that the world body FINA gives its final blessing. And who knows, we might not even have any male swimmer in London. This will only be known by July 9. Akusita Tale, FBC Sports.
It'll be a different look in Lambasa side, which takes on Ba Saturday, following the international transfer clearance for 4 players. So what does this mean for the Bamasing Alliance?
It was only yesterday when Lambasa soccer officials confirmed signing Madiun Dunandamu, Pitambola Itonga, Tanila Wanga and Ilecha Tuilau.
Saturday's game we are taking it as a build-up match against Ba, and then for the BUG, for the Battle of the Giants, surely these players will be coming. And we are also trying to get the release of our former players who had gone to join Rewa.
The inclusion of these 4 players is sure to add the required zing to the Babasing Alliance. Dunandamu's goal-scoring ability and Bolaitonga's prowess in the middle field is sure to create havoc for the men in black, while Wanga and Tuilau's absence has been felt. But the inclusion of these 4 players does not mean the young brigade who have been representing Lambasa would miss out.
No, definitely they won't be dropped. They will be still in the team, and together with the senior players, we will be putting up these players as well.
When these 2 teams met last time, Ba dominated the game and came out winners 2-0. Maybe it will be a different story when these 2 teams meet on Saturday night at Subrel Park. Shelvin Chan, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, the first round fixtures for the Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants are out. Round 1 takes place at Subrel Park on July 22nd. In the first match at 9 AM, Suva battles Nandi before Ba takes on Nandrunga at 11. At 1 PM, Lautoka plays Navoa, following which Lambasa faces Rewa at 3 PM. It's not going to be an easy path to the 2013 World Cup for the Fiji Women's Rugby Sevens team. Shalvin Chand uncovers why the Oceania Rugby qualifiers is not enough to make it to the World Cup.
The Oceania Rugby qualifiers to take place in Fiji is just a stepping stone, as Australia and New Zealand have taken the 2 available spots from Oceania on merits.
For this, if we win this qualifier, we're going to India for the Asian qualifier, and from there, then the best 3 spots automatically qualifies for the World Cup. So you can see from then maybe we'll have more international matches for the exposure for the girls.
Despite the setback, the 16-member team has been training hard. The team management is sure that the Oceania Women's qualifiers will be won by Fiji. There is belief that the experience among the players will guide them to a successful win in the Oceania qualifiers.
For last year, the core of the team from the Pacific Games are here, and they've made the squad again. So there's probably 4 or 5 players that are just new to the team. But otherwise, the core of that Pacific Games team are here, the gold medalists from the Pacific Games.
The August tournament had initially been scheduled to be held in Australia, but an apparent lack of interest to host the event from the Australian Rugby Union prompted the IRB to ask the Fiji Rugby Union to host the event at Lautoka's Churchill Park. Shalvin Chand, FBC Sports.
Two of the greatest tennis players of recent time will go head-to-head at Wimbledon. Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic meet in the semi-finals on Saturday. This after they both won their quarter-finals today.
It was at last safe to be outside at this rain-hit Wimbledon, but being on the other side of the net to Roger Federer, well, that remains a hazardous business. He was just far too good for Mikhail Yuzny in their quarter-final. Federer is aiming for a record-equalling 7th Wimbledon title, but hasn't reached the last 4 here since 2009. That, though, was all about to change. He went on to win in straight sets to reach a record 32nd Grand Slam semi-final. Coming up next is world number 1 Novak Djokovic and their first ever match at Wimbledon. The Royal Box might be even fuller for that one.
I'm happy that I'm feeling good again, and gives me obviously confidence going into the big match with Novak, which a good performance will be needed, and yeah, I'll give it a thought now the next today, tomorrow and the next day, then you know how to play him on grass.
Like Federer, Djokovic was rarely troubled in his match against Florian Mayer. He was, though, seemingly quite pumped up for the occasion. The defending champion threw in straight sets. His match with Federer is coming up on Friday. Spain's David Ferrer is playing arguably the best tennis of his career. And at times it looked like it would be good enough to beat Andy Murray. Ferrer winning the opening set. But Murray responded to win the next 3. He's through to the semi-finals at his home Grand Slam for a 4th time. His effort to win a first Grand Slam title, well, that will continue against number 5 seed Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. The Frenchman also coming through in 4 sets in his match with Germany's Philipp Kohlschreiber.
That's it from Sports Tonight.